Hello, everyone, and welcome back. I hope everyone's doing well. And welcome everyone who's new as well. So, I thought today that we could actually look at what Iran is like inside, learn some stuff about the country. There's so much misinformation going on, not necessarily on purpose, just our views of other people groups and other countries are sometimes so comical and so biased just because we're not really given the information, and then other people have views on the people that they are not necessarily lying, but that's just how they believe, and then other people have different views and that's how they believe. And so just like how America is, where we have lots and lots of different types of people, we sometimes break it up as left, moderate, right, but inside those groups there's multitudes of different types of people with different ideas, different feelings, different world views, different ways of viewing the government, different ways of viewing certain politicians, different ways of thinking about society. And so it's just really hard to pin down a country into only one thing because people are complex and vastly different. And that's like how it is in other countries as well. So people are not all in agreement of one thing. People are not all in agreement of like a big monolith hive in other countries. Even the governments of other countries will be made up of people who think differently from other people in the government. And so when we're looking at, for example, a country like China, they have a government of over like 6, 8, 10 million. Let's look it up really quick. Okay, so the Chinese government is massive by any measure. Its core civil servants, formal administrative officials who run the day-to-day government affairs under the civil service law, is approximately 7 to 8 million people. Older official figures put it around 7 million. They recruit 2,000 new civil servants annually, but in the broader public sector, government affiliated employees, so this would be like you teachers, hospitals, research institutes, just like we have in our country. The estimates run from 40 million for narrow public sector, including education, administration, and social organizations, to 60 to 80 million financially supported personnel in total. So when we're talking about such a large group of people spread out over the entire country in different regions of the country, some will be rural, some will be urban, some will be in between, etc. To say that they're all one hive mind, as if, because people often say, oh, China's doing this or China's doing that. Well, some Chinese people might be doing something. Some Chinese people might have a reason to be doing something, but that doesn't mean it's the entire Chinese government like we sometimes think. So there's a lot of misconceptions about other countries, and one of the things I like to do on my channel is to make sure that we have information from all sides that we're taking in. And I like to not do that to other countries where we just reduce them down to a black and white image of what we believe them to be. So today we are going to explore around on what there is to explore around, on what people in Iran are like and what their day is like. And how we're going to do that is we are going to read an article about a woman who visited Iran before there was the conflict last year, I think around June. She visited just days before that happened. And we're going to read her article. She's a woman that travels around to countries that are often misunderstood and have really, explosive headlines and stuff like that, to see what it's actually like in the country. Then we are going to also look at point of view walking videos of Iran. So what POV walking videos is it's just somebody with the camera on them. just walking. There's no narrative, nothing. They're just walking around, and you can do that for any country and almost any city. I mean, some of the cities are really rural, so there might not be people there walking with the camera, but most cities do have point of view walking videos where someone's just making video like that. And those can be really interesting because most of us don't get to travel outside the country. Then we're going to watch a documentary of a man, his whole film crew and him went to Iran not too long ago. And then we're also going to view a video, a YouTube channel of a woman in Iran who has a YouTube channel. And we're also going to view a TikTok of a woman in Iran. And these are going to be, I'm just warning you right now, very challenging to some of the stuff that you have been hearing. So if you are not prepared for that, then you should probably not watch this video because it might upset you. And that's not what I'm here to do. Okay, so let's do this. Okay, so I think we'll start out with the documentary. This video is going to be long too, by the way, because we have a lot to get through. Hey guys, so it's that time where I need to ask you to subscribe to the channel. And if you're already subscribed, just hit the like, please. If you don't do this, I will be abducted by aliens. Thanks. Luckily, we only have one article, though, because articles seem to be the most time-consuming of everything. But there's like a bunch of videos. I really want to do an in-depth thing. So hopefully everybody will stick it out with me with this video. But we're going to start with a documentary.
From the Jaff airport in Iraq. I don't think many tourists come to this airport because I'm getting a lot of stares. But the reason why I'm here is because I'm flying to a country that the US and the UK strongly recommend not to visit.
Israel has launched multiple airstrikes on Iran in response to what the Israeli military called months of continuous attacks.
Are the US and Iran readying for war?
Well, these are the sounds of explosions heard in the early hours in Tehran.
Well, there will be bombing, and it will be bombing the likes of which they have never seen before.
Due to rising tensions and basically them just hating each other. I'm going to Iran. Unfortunately, as a British tourist, that means I cannot travel around Iran independently. So I actually have a guide for the next 8 days. But I'm sure I'm still going to have a great time.
Iran, a place I've dreamed of, but also feared. As a British traveller, this isn't a casual trip. There's risk, there's tension, but there's also a deep curiosity I can't ignore. I'm not here for politics, I'm here for people, stories, and the truth behind the headlines. This is a journey into the unknown, and I have no idea what's waiting for me.
I'm not gonna lie, I'm a little bit nervous. I'm about to go through immigration and I think I'm gonna get questioned. I guess we'll see. I'm gonna put the phone away. A little too easy. We didn't get asked one question. He basically just ushered us through. Like, yeah, I'm a bit confused. But either way, made it into Iran officially. No passport stamp.
Yeah, this video is going to be real confusing for a lot of people because of what they've heard. So also the article that I'm going to read for the woman that went and visited Iran alone will be also very confusing based off what we are constantly told.
Which is probably a good thing. Country 122, Iran. My first breath of Iranian air. And it's nice. Iranian? Lovely temperature. Okay, so day one has officially begun. So as you're probably aware, UK, US and Canadians need a guide to travel around Iran. So this is where Bob has come into play.
Yep.
Do you want to introduce yourself?
Yeah, I'm Bob and I'm your tour guide.
And
here in Iran.
What's the first place we're going to today?
Today we are going to the Isfahan. In the midway we are going to the Abyane.
Okay, sweet. Excited?
I'm stoked, baby. Let's go.
Let's go. The boys are here. Ben, welcome back. How are you? Okay, so the word for let's go is not yalla anymore, it's barim.
Barim.
Right, so barim. How long is the journey until the first stop?
Near to the 2 hours.
2 hours. So we're here at a fuel station in Iran, and Iran is actually the second cheapest country in the world to fill up gas after Venezuela, and a litre here is 0.027 cent. So you could fill up a whole tank of gas here with the price of 1 litre in America. Crazy. So how much is this in about US dollars?
Just 3 cents.
3 cents.
3 cents.
Wow.
Nice.
Nice to meet you. People here in Iran are so nice. And here is your standard fuel stop here in Iran. It's massive. You can buy ice cream, coffee, got a full-on supermarket, you got pizza. Yeah, very nice. Goodbye.
Bye bye.
So do Iranians have like a debit card, and when they get paid it goes into their bank account and they can withdraw, or do you get paid in
the local
cash?
bank, yes, we have it.
Okay, what, and everyone gets paid via that, or do some people still get paid cash?
Exactly. And we have the credit systems like you. And if you have a good credit, so the bank have a loan to you.
And do most Iranians try to change their money into US dollar as soon as possible to stop fluctuations, or do they just kind of keep it? And...
Not in the bank, but of course we have the...
Okay, so one of the things that they have to do in Iran, so that they have sanctions on everything, so they can't necessarily get Google apps, for example. So they have their own apps inside of Iran that they use for shopping, for food delivery, just like how we have, but they can't use the apps that we have. So they, in their country, they have created their own apps. They have their own SIM cards. So when you go to Iran, you have to switch out your SIM card with the ones that work in that country, because no other ones will work in those countries. And that's just because of all the sanctions that are put on them. So because they have all these sanctions and they can't be part of the wider world, they have developed ways to deal with that in their own country, where they've made their own apps, they've made their own SIM card system, etc., etc.
Exchange office, and you can go there and do the changes.
Coffee time.
Yep.
Alhamdulillah. Let's go.
Let's go.
Need my caffeine.
Yeah.
All right, first stop for coffee. This is on the highway, and this place is huge. Excited to see what's inside. Wow, this looks fancy. Time for a cappuccino.
$1.50.
Thank you. Merci. Now that is a good coffee. Merci.
You like baklava?
That's really good. What is it?
Sohan. From here in Kong.
I don't even know how to describe this taste.
Yeah, I have zero.
What is pistachio?
Pistachio? Yep.
What else? Just bread?
Yep. There's a rich, like, buttery. I want to say oiliness to it, but that makes it sound bad, but it's very deep in flavor.
So I'm here in an Iranian supermarket, and because of the sanctions, they don't have the Western chains. They got the Rani. These are like the best drinks in the world. It's cool seeing all these random products, like Coca-Cola, but obviously it's not the real Coke.
Sniper. Instead of Snickers.
That's crazy.
So that's what I meant when I was telling you that they have to create all their own stuff. It's like that in a lot of other countries too. Like, for example, in Russia and the countries around them, they will create all their own brands and stuff like that. So bottles of water are made in Georgia, and then they trade with Russia for those products, you know, back and forth or whatever. So a lot of places have just made their own stuff rather than use Western stuff to get around all the isolation and sanctions that leave them out from the rest of the world.
This is like
Oh yeah, instead of bounty, it's Bowner.
Instead of Nutella, Filberta.
This is really cool. I love this. This is sick.
They do that a lot.
Welcome to a relic of ancient Persia, Abyei, otherwise known as the Red City. So this is a quaint, picturesque village that has withstood modernization and retained its traditional integrity.
Big titties.
That is highly inappropriate when I'm trying to do a speech about this beautiful red city. So Abyei is actually one of Iran's oldest villages. It's over 1,500 years old. Donkey.
Yes.
What's that?
شورش هم بخواین هست خامش هم هست این شدیده آفتابکش
This is the plum.
What is it?
Plum.
Plum. Let's try plum. That is so good. Like a dried plum. So this kind young man has invited us in for chai. Merci. Yeah, chai very good. Oh, merci. Thank you.
Oh, you gotta learn the local way with sugar.
Don't want sugar.
This one.
I love the car registration plates here. They're so unique that they're in Farsi or Persian. No idea what they say, but it's a very beautiful language. Shukran, thank you for your hospitality.
It's not shukran.
Oh yeah, what the? It's merci, isn't it? I spent well too much time in Arabic-speaking countries. It's not shukran, it's merci. Now I've come to Nak Jahan, which is the second biggest square in the whole world, and it is massive. Lots of people out and about today because it's a public holiday. Just chilling. Yeah, this is nice. Weather's good, vibes are good. How are you? We've come to a palace, I don't know the name of it, but it looks pretty cool. You have to go through a what?
Kali Apu.
Kali Apple. We have to go through the gift store first, but it looks like it's going to be a good viewpoint. So to get to the viewpoint, you have to go through multiple souvenir shops, a coffee shop, but we saw the view from the bottom and it does look amazing, so hopefully it lives up to the expectations. We finally got to the top. Let's check out the view. Oh wow, that's beautiful. Overlooking the second biggest square in the world.
Thank you. 10 million riyal.
I do wish I'd learned some Farsi though, because people here seem very friendly, but I just can't have proper conversation with them other than saying hello. How are you? Nice to meet you. Yeah, sure. Are you guys from Iran? What city? Tehran or?
Kurdistan.
Oh, Kurdistan.
Kurdistan.
Nice. Nice to meet you.
Thank you.
Nice to meet you.
Where are you from?
London, Britain. Yeah, where are you from? What city? Ah, okay. Nice to meet you. London is nice, yes. Have you been?
Yes.
Oh, nice. Iran is very beautiful as well.
Isfahan.
Yeah, Esfahan, Tehran, Shiraz. Beautiful. Yeah.
Welcome to Iran.
Thank you. Appreciate that. Hello, how are you?
Fine, thanks. How about you?
Oh, you speak good English?
Yeah, a bit.
Where are you from?
Shiraz.
Shiraz. We go to Shiraz tomorrow.
No way.
Yeah, it's a very beautiful country.
What's your opinion about people of Iran?
So friendly.
Okay, so while you're watching this and how he interacts with people, like look at the people around also. So you'll notice this woman here, she's wearing the full burqa thing. And then many girls are wearing the headscarves. But if you watch and throughout this video, you'll see a bunch of women not wearing headscarves, a bunch of women that are dressed gothic, a bunch of women that have tattoos, etc., etc. So just pay attention to the surroundings, and I might even make the screen bigger at times, but keep an eye on what everyone's doing around him. And yes, everyone is extremely friendly and love this guy, because he's from, one of his friends is from actually America. So then they get really obsessed with that guy, that he's from New York, and they're so excited. And then they're excited about this guy who's British. And so they are very, very friendly, and they are not at all hostile to Americans or English people.
Yeah, some of the nicest people. Very hospitable.
Where are you from?
England, Britain. Yes, yeah.
Your accent is...
Is it hard to understand?
Yeah.
Why do you speak good English? Did you?
I study a bit English in Iran, in some institute.
Nice.
And I love English, British accent. It's so cool, and it's so hot.
How is life in Iran? Is it good, fun? Tough.
Yeah. It's so tough.
It's a beautiful place though. And the food is amazing.
Iran is the most amazing country in the world, but living here, its economy, its politics, it's so hard.
Have you traveled to many other countries?
No, but I love to move England and visit London.
Yeah.
Amazing. It's my favorite city in the world, London.
Wow. See, I don't like London.
Really?
But it's because I'm from there. I like to travel. I like to explore.
Where are you from? What's your city?
See this woman in the background? See her right there? She is not wearing a head covering. Neither is this woman, I don't think. Maybe she is. I can't tell. You'll see that woman's not. She's just wearing it around her neck back there in the background.
London, yes.
London.
Yeah.
What's your favorite sport?
Football.
Yeah.
Sport Everton.
Everton.
Have you heard of them?
Everton.
Yeah.
You from London and support Everton?
As a child, I used to live in Liverpool, so which is up north.
Yeah.
Do you like football?
Yeah.
Who's your team?
Actually, Liverpool.
Oh, so we're enemies.
Yeah.
What is your job?
I'm a civil engineer.
Oh, okay, nice, interesting. So my friend is from New York.
New York.
So London, New York.
Very expensive city.
Yeah, he says London's the best city in the world, though.
Oh, you think better than New York?
Actually, for visiting, yeah.
Oh,
But for
hey.
See, I will disagree with that, okay?
Actually, for leaving, New York is most expensive
Yeah,
city.
see, New York is my favorite city in the world.
Yeah. Nice to meet you.
Yeah, nice to meet you. What was your name again?
Navid.
Navid. I'm
Yeah.
Kieran.
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 What's your name?
My name is Colin.
Nice to meet you.
People here, so nice. And it's nice being able to converse with people that speak good English. I know I'm in Iran and I should be able to speak Farsi, but yeah, you can truly see how nice people are when you can have fluent conversation. And I haven't been able to do that much, but that last conversation was perfect.
What?
Nice to meet you. What's your name? Alias, Kieran. Of course, of course. I'm at a tourist attraction, but I think I am the tourist attraction. Oh, nice to meet you. Where are you from?
Iran.
Iran. We're from Tehran or from what city?
Khorasan.
Is that in the north?
It's Sharq.
Ah, okay. You speak good English?
English, no English.
Your English is good. Yeah, you speak good English. What is your name?
Thanks. I'm ready.
Ready, Kieran. Nice to meet you.
Karim.
Nice to meet you.
Thank you.
No, England is rubbish.
No good.
Iran, good. Yeah, sure. Nice to meet you. Nice to meet you. This is the square outside.
Yes.
Ah,
yes.
nice.
Play polo.
Yeah, polo.
Play polo.
Oh, very nice. Thank you. That's it. Everyone's just in the park having picnics, smoking shisha, doing barbecues. Very family-orientated country, which I really like.
Hello.
How are you? England. Yeah. Where are you guys from? Are you from?
I'm from Eclectic. I'm
Oh.
from west of Iran.
Oh, nice.
These are my friends from Dubai.
You speak very good English. Oh, we was in Iraq 2 days ago. Ah, we was just there.
Where?
Good.
We went to Baghdad.
Yeah, I want to come. Ah, yeah. I love you. Nice. Love you too.
Want to take a picture?
Yeah, of course. People here are very friendly. What was your name?
My name is Amir.
Amir, Kieran. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
We take photo.
Nice to meet you.
Here, guys. Take photo here.
Where are you from?
England, USA.
Germany.
Oh,
Where are you from?
I'm from Tehran.
Ah, you speak very good English.
Okay, so this woman here, she has no hair covering. She is, I guess, more alternatively dressed. She's going to show him her tattoos. Very friendly.
Yes.
I like your tattoo.
I'm a tattoo artist.
You're a tattoo artist.
I want to get a tattoo in Tehran.
Oh, you are a tattoo artist as well?
No. I just have tattoos. Can I see this Iran?
Iran. I feel nervous.
No, don't feel nervous.
I do tattoo myself.
Yourself?
Yeah, by myself, yeah.
This is
And I
good.
have the big moon
Wow.
here.
Ah,
Yeah.
I want to get tattoo in
Tattoo
Iran.
in Iran?
Tehran. I want to get one.
In Tehran?
Yeah. Maybe next week.
Next year?
Maybe.
Where?
I don't know.
Maybe you can tattoo.
Maybe I can. You can.
Yeah.
You can take
text.
my number and text me. Hold on a second. I think about the grammar of this sentence.
Your English is very good. Take your time. It's fine.
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you. Well, she was a very hipster female in Iran. No headscarf, tattoos, acrylic nails. So not everyone is following strict Islamic law. Hipster.
Very free-thinking country, lots of creative people. Yeah.
And I heard in the south of Iran, Hormuz Island, they're very hipster. Like everyone has tattoos. It's like hippie vibes, which I would have loved to have visited. But
It's just not that conservative a country.
which is probably the biggest shock I had because I thought Iran was going to be extra conservative.
Okay, so the reason why the women don't wear the headscarves anymore unless they want to is because they changed the law over in a situation that happened a while back, like a couple years ago, where there was a situation with the morality police and a woman that wasn't wearing it properly or something like that, that caused a sparked an outrage in the country. And so what they did was the law is still on the books, but what they did is that they changed it slightly to where it wasn't at like a national or what we would consider a federal level where the morality police would have to enforce it, but rather they degraded it down to where it's a local matter, and so just the local people can enforce it. And I imagine if you are living in a neighborhood that's much more strict with Islamic religion, then maybe they are more strict in those areas. But for the most part, most areas just don't enforce it anymore locally.
Where are you from?
Iran.
Yeah, from
Tehran.
Oh, Tehran. Tehran is good. I was there 3 days ago. Yes, I go back in a few days. I go Shiraz tomorrow and then back to Tehran.
Ah, yeah.
Yeah, but Iran is a very beautiful country. Thank you. Thank you so much. Nice to meet you. What's that? The carrot juice?
It's rosewater ice cream soaked in carrot juice.
That sounds horrendous, but let me try.
It's amazing. Here.
Is it?
It's so good.
Ooh, that's a very acquired taste.
Oh, it's good.
Is that like a delicacy here just in Esfahan, or is that all over Iran?
I had it in Tehran, so I think
So it's all over. I don't really know what to think about that. What is that?
rosewater ice cream.
Can I try?
Absolutely.
I've never even heard of rose water until I came to... I'm gonna feed it to me. I don't know. I don't really rate it.
Oh, I love it.
What exactly is rose water?
Water distilled from rose petals. It's in everything in Iran.
Is it an Iranian thing? I've never heard of it otherwise.
They marinate it, kebabs. They use it in sauces, and they put it in ice cream.
So you like it?
Love it.
Cool. Hello. How are you? Nice to meet you.
American.
And Britannia. Thank you.
Nice.
Iran, very beautiful place.
Yes, Iran.
Orange juice is incredible. Britannia, Great Britain. Some very interesting reactions when we say where we're from.
Maybe he's like the Iranian class who doesn't like Americans, because
Yeah, a lot of people like that, but most people are friendly. Yeah, but that's just.
Hold off it.
He was very confused, but you just kill them with kindness. If people give you a negative reaction, I like Iran. I've had a really good time. So.
I really love British accent.
Oh, I'm from England, so.
English?
Yeah, I'm 30.
But you look young.
Thank you.
How is that?
He's young. He's young.
Almost 15 years with you.
Hello, sir. Hi.
How are you doing?
Good. Oh, you speak very good English.
Oh, nice.
Language.
Oh, so you're doing well. You're teaching them all English.
So you have a YouTube channel?
Yes, I do. Yes, it's called Kieran Brown Travel.
Yeah.
Yeah. Where are you from?
American.
And I'm from London, England.
Britannia. American.
Have a good day.
Where are you from?
I'm from Iran originally, but I live in Oman.
Oman?
Oman, yeah.
In Muscat? Or?
Yes, Muscat.
I love Muscat. It's very nice.
You went there before?
Yeah, I try to visit every country in the world. So.
Where in Iran are you from?
Tehran.
From Tehran. You are sisters.
Yes. Your family.
And that is your brother, yes?
Yeah.
Iran?
Yes, they are living in Iran.
He speaks good English, so
America.
Oh my god!
What is this? Yalla.
Yalla.
What does that mean? Yalla. Habibi. Yeah, can you please?
Sure.
Thank you.
I'm recording now. Yeah, you're on.
Sharaf, it's
We used to care about.
The Iranian people are very friendly. Some of the friendliest people I've met.
Yeah,
For sure, of course.
I'll be taking. Please.
You look good. I don't know.
Yeah, you look good. Nice to meet you guys. Bye. Oh, it's just money transfer. One of the things you'll notice when you arrive in Iran is the money. You'll be holding bills with millions written on them. And no, you're not suddenly...
Okay, so that woman wanted his YouTube channel put into her phone. Because she has access to the internet in Iran and can watch YouTube. Amazing, right? Crazy.
Rich. Iran's currency, the rial, is massively inflated. This all started after the 1979 revolution and got worse with decades of sanctions, especially from the US. These sanctions isolated Iran from the global economy, limiting oil sales and cutting off access to international banking. As a result, the value of the rial plummeted and inflation skyrocketed. It's like a drug deal.
Okay. Because you know, the cash is hard to buy. You know, it is not available even in the ATMs. You should go there. Just 200 K. They give me the high price.
Hi, salam. Oh, you want to try a chip? Thank you.
So what they were doing there is they were exchanging the money rates because the money rates fluctuate throughout the day. So throughout the day, you have to exchange your money in for whatever the bills represent now at that point. So you have to change them constantly back and forth, up and down. So there'll be all these places where you can change your money in and out.
Thank you so much. Very nice.
کجا؟ اهل کجا؟
No Farsi. Only English.
بهش بگو کجایی؟ کجایی؟ نوشیتو بده؟ عکس بگیر. عکس؟
Yes, of course. Yeah.
بگو اهل
Oh, she just gave me a chip.
کدوم کشوری؟
Yeah, it's a chip.
برداریم بخوری.
Oh no, I had. Thank you.
Oh, thank you. It's okay.
Nice to meet you.
زیبا زیبایی. داره می‌ندازی؟
What nice interactions. Just two ladies can't me off me some chips. Very nice.
Yes.
I'm liking this country more and more the longer I spend. Wow. This place is beautiful. Wow.
Now ready? Ready?
How are you?
Thank you.
Nice to meet you.
Where are you from?
England, Britannia.
Go ahead.
Thank you. Not gonna lie, I think out of all the countries I've visited, Iran actually has probably the best architecture I've ever seen. Like, every building just looks incredible. Still feels surreal that I'm even in Iran. My whole childhood growing up, Iran was just portrayed as a dangerous place and like, don't go there, like people are unfriendly. But so far, everyone I've spoke to have just been amazing, and it's really made my experience in this country a lot better. Cheers. Now you may think we're drinking alcohol, but we're not. This is alcohol free. It kind of tastes like beer, but it kind of doesn't. Shukran. Why do you keep saying that?
Yeah, I'm from Switzerland. How are you?
I'm good. Are you?
Do you speak good English? Where are you from?
I'm from Iran. That's fine.
From Islam.
Isfahan is very nice.
Yeah.
Beautiful. You like it? It's very nice.
Beautiful is good, but the people, nosy.
Nosy. Always in your business?
What's your name?
Raha.
Raha.
What's your name?
Kieran.
Hi, Kat.
Nice to meet you.
Colin.
Oh, Colin.
Colin.
Is this your mother or your sister?
It's my mother and my sister.
No, no, nice to meet you guys.
Nice to meet you guys. What's about fun?
Oh, man, خوشبختم. Nice to meet you too. Where are you from too?
England, United States, Germany.
Shit.
Oh, shit.
Actually, I really wanted to immigrate to England.
Oh, really? Do you see many British or American people in Iran?
Actually, British, but England is too very messy, you know.
Yeah, it's hard for British and Americans to come to Iran. The visa is very expensive.
But I love the weather, you know.
Oh, in England? I hate the weather in England.
England and yeah.
The weather in Iran is so much better. And I see that family like looking at us for ages, and they had the confidence to come over and chat to us. But yeah, the people here are so nice. They're just very nervous at the start, but once you make that initial dialogue, they're really, really good, and they come out the show.
So there's a street fight happening.
Don't know what that was about. Oh look, they've got pride flags. I didn't realise Iran was inclusive like that. Salam.
so funny on
It's all
the Nowruz celebration.
Oh, really?
Yes, we have symbol of Nowruz. People like this come to the bazaar and make some dancing for people.
Interesting.
Have a nice time.
You too, thank you. Hello.
Where are you from? Where are you from? Ale podaję. والله ایران را دوست دارم.
Okay, good morning. We're in Isfahan, and today we are driving to Shiraz.
Unless you have the other piece.
Just before we head off to Shiraz, and we're at Iran's only drive-through. Yeah, they don't seem to understand this concept, because Bob was very confused ordering, right?
Yeah. It's my first time I visit here, and I come to order.
And do you think it's a good idea?
Yeah, it's a good idea by my friend Ben.
Do you know drive-throughs are just invented by lazy Americans who don't want to get out of the car?
Hey, that's not true. Drive-thru is the most efficient means of eating that there is.
Oh, here we go. This for you. These are.
So here in Iran, you can buy a bomb for less than 50 cents. Let's do a little test. I've just exploded it. I mean, I don't like energy drinks, but
I would never drink a bomb.
Can I try it before I get
yeah,
it?
we're gonna do a little bomb taste test.
Is it the bomb? Oh, the color is disgusting.
So I am in Shiraz, and I'm at what is quite possibly the most famous mosque in all of Iran, the Pink Mosque. And the reason why it's so famous, and the reason why it's so busy at 8 AM is because inside that building there is stained glass windows, and the sunlight reflects on these windows between the hours of 8 and 10 AM, giving a really aesthetic look. So I went in there and there was too many people queuing up, so I dipped, but the rest of the courtyard is very impressive. And another cool fact about this building is it's designed to withstand earthquakes. Funny I should say that, because there was actually a 4.6 earthquake about 2 hours ago here in Shiraz. And I guarantee this building wouldn't have even moved. Bye. Right, today we're in Shiraz and we're about to head to the Pink Lake. So if you drive 27 kilometers outside the city of Shiraz, you'll end up at a place called Mahalu Lake, otherwise known as the Pink Lake. I've been to many pink lakes in my time across various countries like Cyprus, Australia, Iran. This is actually probably the pinkest one I've seen. I know I never come at the right time. I don't think I've even come at the right time now, but it looks very impressive. I'm about to do a basic pitch, run into the water. I've been really impressed by the landscapes of Iran. I've driven a huge chunk of this country, and when you get into certain regions, it's like the whole landscape just changes, like beautiful greenery, mountains, a pink lake, which you don't see often. And yeah, it's just very impressive. I didn't expect Iran to have this much natural beauty.
Oh wow! But I don't believe you are from the US.
Yes, I am. I'm from Pakistan.
Yes.
Why don't you believe?
Pakistan. No, Britannia.
Yeah, New York.
Britannia, London.
Huh?
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. I'll tell you what though, the atmosphere here is much better than England. If someone did a street performance in England, you'd be told to piss off. I love Iran. Iran is beautiful. Everyone is so friendly. Britannia. Yeah. Who are you watching? It's Iranian football. Oh, nice. Colin's out here pulling. Get me some of his flowers. Smells good. You have to eat them, man.
So one of the things that they do culturally there is they will hand out flowers to each other. So when they're having festivals and stuff like that out on the streets, they will hand each other like little dried flowers, or sometimes they're not dried or whatever, but that's just something they do in Iran, is hand each other flowers.
Put them in your mouth. They taste amazing. Orange flower. Oh, thank you. Merci. It smells very beautiful. People are so kind here, just been given flowers. Today we're here and we're going to try some Iranian street food. And I still to this day have no idea what this is. Don't know whether it's sweet or savoury. I guess we're going to find out soon. You give this a try. Oh, it's hot.
Let's try some beets in Shiraz.
I don't really know what to think about that. It tastes a little bit like potato.
What do you mean, like potato?
I don't know. It tastes like sweet potato.
How did you even get it?
I mean, I wouldn't buy it again, but it wasn't too bad. Just to put into perspective about how cheap Iran is, a whole bowl of beets, 20 United States cents. Well, what else do you call it?
Cents?
Yeah, but then you're not clarifying where, because cent is also euro and many other currencies. Britannia.
British.
Hello, nice to meet you.
He's going to school British.
Oh, you are? Oh, nice. What's your name? Ali. I'm Kieran. Nice to meet you.
I'm from New York.
What is that? What is this? Do you eat it?
Yes. Oh, let me try.
Oh, that is good.
What do you call this? The name. Name? Sab. Sab? This?
Well, actually, I don't know.
I think that's his name, but if this is called Sab, we're trying
I mean,
Sab.
it was nice when I first put it in my mouth, but the aftertaste is a bit
Is it peanut?
It tastes a bit peanutty.
Sesame.
That is peanut.
Yeah, maybe you have it.
You're eating peanut.
Yeah, I didn't like it.
So Kieran, fun fact, he hates peanut. This is one of his least favorite foods, and he just ate peanut. Colin, what's your name?
We call it halwa, which has been made by the sesame.
Halwa.
Very nice.
No, very good.
Okay. With what? Halwa.
Halwa.
Keep eating peanuts on this trip.
No, it's not the peanut. It's the sesame.
No, it tasted like peanuts, Bob. So we're here at a bar in Iran, and alcohol is prohibited in this country. So we're going for the non-alcoholic mojitos. Nice. Cool little. Right, non-alcoholic mint mojito. Let's do a little taste test.
That sounds so amazing. I wish I had one of those right now.
Now that hit the spot. That is amazing.
Good?
Yeah, it's much better than an alcoholic one. So it's a Friday night out, and we're here at the amusement park. Yalla. Salam. So in case you're wondering what Iranians do at the weekend, here's this. I'm from China. I'm joking. Britannia.
America.
Alman. Germany.
Romania.
America.
America.
New York.
Afghanistan. Yeah. Hello. Salam.
Afghanistan.
I love Afghanistan. I've been. We are about to go on this ride in Iran. Yalla. Oh, no.
Are you ready, Kieran?
We're starting. Hello. Salam.
Oh my gosh.
This is just gonna all of a sudden just go really fast.
I think we might die.
What is life? What the hell is life? Oh my god! Get me off of this ride immediately! Yeah, I would not recommend that ride. On to the next one. What's next?
Roller coaster.
Next up is the ghost house. This seems like it's going to be a lot more relaxing. I'm not being funny, but if there's loads of kids on it, then we're going to be fine. Oh my god, it's a real What the I did not expect that at all.
That was so sketchy.
I did not like that. That ride is not suitable for kids whatsoever. See, you can have fun at the weekend without alcohol.
Yeah.
You just come to a place like this. This has actually been such a fun evening. Hey, Iranian girls are baddies.
Yeah. Yeah.
Fuck. Oh, I did not expect that. You think you're going to win?
I do think I'm going to win.
To be honest, usually with stuff like this, the heavier you are, the faster you go. So that technically means I'm going to win.
We'll see in like 20 seconds.
So this will be the third and final ride of the evening.
But look, we go so fast, we need these things so that we don't like fire burn our asses.
Fast as boy, fast as. So Colin's setting up the DSLR so it's a proper grid finish. Yeah. You guys ready?
No, not yet.
Are you meant to lie down?
No, it looks like they sat up.
How am I scared? A little bit scared.
I'm a little scared.
On your marks. Get set. Go. You came last. I overtook you on the... No, we'll watch it back on the camera. We'll get VAR on that. Well, that was my favourite evening in Iran so far. This was actually sick. And if you're in Shiraz, I would 100% recommend to come to this place. So yeah, that's just a little insight into what Iranians do at the weekend. And I've got to say, it's fun. Spending the last week road tripping around the country of Iran was eye-opening, but what really surprised me, what really moved me were the people. Strangers welcomed me like family, smiles turned into conversations, and every encounter reminded me of just how much warmth exists beyond the headlines. Yes, Iran is complicated, it's layered with history, politics and nuance, but it's also rich in culture, beauty and human connection. But if there's one thing I've learned, it's this. To understand the country, you have to see it for yourself.
Okay, so I hope you guys found that intriguing and interesting, just being able to see and talk with all the people, because the point of view walking videos, no one's really talking, it's just people walking. Before we move on, let's go and just learn a little bit about the population of Iran and the ethnic demographics. Okay, so Iran's population is approximately 92 to 93 million as of early 2026. It ranks as the 17th most populous country in the world. Population growth has slowed significantly in recent years, now around 0.8 to 0.9% annually, with a median age of about 32 to 34 and roughly 73% urban. Projections suggest it will exceed 100 million by around 2050 if current trends continue, though fertility rates are now below replacement level. Sort of like that for everywhere, I guess, right? Iran is ethnically diverse, but the government does not collect or publish official census data on ethnicity. All figures come from estimates by international sources, primarily the CIA, World Facebook, and academic compilations, which rely on older data and linguistic proxies. There is some variation across sources, especially regarding subgroup boundaries, whether certain groups are counted separately from Persians. So let's see what this says. Persians, including Fars, is 61% the largest group, dominant in central and much of urban Iran. Azerbaijanis, which is a Turkic people, are about 16%, concentrated in the northwest. Kurds, 10% mainly in the west and northwest. Luri speaking, often grouped with Persians or as a distinct Iranian people, is 6%. Bolak, 2% in southeast. Arabs, 2% primarily in southwest Khuzestan. Turkmen and other Turkic tribes is about 2%. And then there's these others that make up about 1 to 3%, which are Gulaks, Macedonians, Talish, Armenians, Assyrians, and Georgians. Look, I'm gonna be real honest with you guys. If I can't get people to subscribe or like, YouTube will literally send aliens to my house. Do you want me to be probed? I need you to like and to subscribe. Thank you. Iran's diversity is also reflected in its languages. Persian is the official language and mother tongue for a majority, while Azerbaijani, Kurdish, and the other ones are others that are spoken regionally. So I asked what the religious makeup is. Muslim, 98 to 94% of the population. Now, this is probably overrepresented because everyone's just going to say that they're Muslim, most likely, but there is a lot of secular people in Iran, very much, especially with the younger generations. So let's just see what it says. So 98 to 94% of the population is Muslim. Shia is 90 to 95%. Sunni is 5 to 10%. And then there's smaller numbers of Sufis and other Muslim sects. Then Christianity, mostly Armenian Apostolic, Assyrian, and some Protestant Catholics, is about 117,000 to 300,000. Zoroastrians is about 25 to 35%. Jews, 8,000 to 20%. Because this is one of the oldest Jewish communities in the world, numbers have declined significantly since 1979. And then Baha'i faith is estimated at 300,000. It is the largest non-Muslim minority by some counts, but not officially recognized by the government and faces persecution. So independent or anonymous surveys will often show much lower Muslim identification, sometimes 30 to 60% Shia in recent online polls, and higher rates of atheism, agnosticism, or spiritual but not religious, up to 20 to 60% in some self-selected samples. These are controversial because of the sampling methods and potential fear of state surveillance in face-to-face polling. So that's interesting. So let's go let's do the TikTok. So I found this woman's TikTok on X, and I'm going to show you what I found on X, and then I use that to find her TikTok.
Let's talk about this comment that I've been getting on almost every video that I've posted about the war on Iran. How do you have access to the internet? Okay, so first of all, I am shocked that the Iranian diaspora has chosen to make the internet shutdown their main cause. Their main cause. This is the only thing you will hear from them. You won't hear that more than 2,000 civilians have been killed under bombs in Iran. But all day, all night, they go on about how the internet is shut down. And then they send you, user 1885-1801-59413, whoever the hell you are, to abuse me in the comments and ask me about how I access the internet. Okay, let's talk about the internet. First of all, there is internet in Iran. We have a domestic internet. We have domestic apps. We have domestic platforms. We chat on domestic apps. We buy stuff on domestic apps. We order food. We do a lot of things on our domestic apps. Okay. Access to the global internet is restricted. It's not shut down. It's actually less restricted than it was in January, during the January protests. But it's not completely shut down. It's restricted. What that means is there are VPNs going around that allow you to bypass the restriction. This is like, think of it like the Chinese firewall. There is internet inside China. It's just using external apps, global apps, or American apps is more difficult. And some people do it. It's just more difficult. You need extra steps. Okay. And I'm using those extra steps. I have an OpenVPN config right now that I'm connecting to. Sometimes it connects, sometimes it doesn't. Some hours of the day, it doesn't connect. Sometimes it connects only to my Wi-Fi and not to my cell data. It's unpredictable. And then when it does connect, I post. Okay? And then every time I post, I have to face the abuse from random accounts like you about how I got access to the internet. Is this some kind of an interrogation? We are sitting under bombs. Do you understand that? That is the only reason I bother to get on this app. The only reason is because of what is happening to my country. It's because an unjust and illegal war has been launched against my country. That's why I bother to get access to whatever VPN config I can get my hand on to connect and to tell the world what is happening in my country. And then I also have to respond to the stupid diaspora sending their anonymous accounts to abuse and harass people inside Iran who are finding a way to connect. Have you got no shame? Have you got no humanity? Is this the only thing you care about? I am accessing internet with great difficulty. That is your answer. Stop harassing people who are posting from Iran. And by the way, I am not the only one. There are so many people connecting from Iran. My friends inside Iran have somehow managed to find VPN configs that work and are posting about what is happening in the country. Just because you don't know them, you have no connection to who is inside Iran, it doesn't mean we don't exist, okay? Now back off, stop harassing people about this internet thing. To all of you stupid diaspora people, shame on you. Shame on you for asking for this war, and shame on you for obsessing over the internet, and shame on you for harassing people like me who are speaking up about the atrocities that are being committed in Iran and the crimes that are being committed against my people. I also want to add a note to my friends in the diaspora who are not warmongers. This is not about you. I see you. I see your pain. I know how difficult, how heartbreaking your situation is, especially if you have family in Iran, if you're worried for family and because of the internet shutdown, you can't contact them. My heart breaks for you. My heart breaks for anyone who is outside Iran right now, especially if they have family, anyone who understands the pain of Iran and is outside right now. I see you. I love you. Please take care of yourselves.
Okay, so this is a different perspective than the one we get from people who are what's called the diaspora Iranians. And I feel like we hear a lot about Iran from them. So I am choosing to show the other side and how other people feel. And it's really hard to find them, but I found this lady. So regardless of how we might feel, or even not like what she has to say, it is how she feels about what's going on. And I feel like that's important as well. Let's check out her TikTok. So I think this might have been her first video.
Hi friends, it's day 6 of the imperialist war on Iran. I'm here in the Azadi Square in Tehran. I was here when the war started. I plan to stay here for as long as it's possible. I'm not going anywhere. I'm not leaving my home, just like most people in this city. Horrible things are happening to my city, to my people. As of yesterday, over 1,000 people have been killed. We have American and Israeli aircrafts flying over our heads every single day and dropping bombs on our cities. They're dropping bombs on schools, on infrastructure, on police, on military, on government buildings, on entertainment centers, on sports centers. Basically anything and anyone is a target. It's horrifying, but we are not scared. I mean, we are scared, but also not, we won't be terrorized.
Okay, so obviously, I don't know how true that is, right? She obviously feels this way. She might be being told that, or she might have seen it herself. I don't know for sure. I do know that there are videos that I see sometimes where it looks like residential areas are being hit on the war channels, but I, just take those in and I don't know what's going on, right? So I'm not showing this to be like a negative Nancy, but I'm just showing it to be showing how she feels inside of Iran. So let's go back.
They want us to be terrorized. They want us to flee for our lives, but we belong here. This is our home. We have nowhere to go, nowhere else to be. And I wish to be nowhere else but with these amazing people. One thing that I've seen is that through this horrible time, the Iranian society is really sticking together. The society is functioning smoothly and semi-normally, which is really unexpected, even unexpected for me as an Iranian, to the point that except for the times that you hear the fighter jets over your head, you wouldn't know that there's a war going on. And I feel really proud of us for this. Hi, friends. It's day 9 of the imperialist war on Iran. I'm still alive. As you have seen in the videos, last night, US and Israel hit several oil reserves across the city of Tehran. And I'm wearing a mask because it's really hard to breathe in this air. It's late in the afternoon right now, and the clouds are just starting to part. But for most of the day, our sky has looked like that, like a thick black layer of smoke and dark cloud that's making breathing really hard. We've had some rain, but it's also acidic rain. It's very dangerous. So basically, we're breathing this toxic air. The videos from last night were extremely distressing. And I think it's their intention to try to create this kind of apocalyptic imagery out of Tehran. My sense is that their main purpose is to create shock and awe. You know, this is like the imperialist doctrine of shock and awe, scare nations into submission. And as you know, Trump has said several times that Iran should just submit. We need. Hi, friends. It's the end of day 10 of the imperialist war on Iran. Tehran just had one of the hardest nights of bombardment. For close to an hour, we had wave after wave of fighter jets coming in and dropping heavy bombs on us. Explosions were heard all across the city, and the way it made everything shake, you could tell that these are really heavy bombs. And I have no idea where they're being dropped on, but many of them felt very close to where I am, and I can't think of what possibly could be there to justify the use of such heavy bombing. It's quiet now after a bit, after a while, after an hour of really loud explosions. And just now we heard just a small sliver of good news, and that's the fact that Iranian air defense has been able to shoot down several cruise missiles over the skies of Tehran. I hope you understand how significant that is. Iran has a 90% domestically engineered military capability, including air defense. And we're against some of the heaviest funded, most advanced military technologies that this world has seen. Compare that with the Israeli air defense that has just billions of dollars poured into it by the US and probably European countries. And their air defense is constantly failing against Iranian missiles. Night after night, theirs is failing. And
so that is somewhat true. There are a lot of missiles getting through because I believe they are trying to conserve and really focus on the most important ones. So a lot of stuff does get through if it's going to be just hitting places that aren't, as severe, would cause as severe of damage. And then, so I see that on the war channels, like a lot of that going on.
Hi, friends. It's day 11 of the imperialist war on Iran, and I'm still alive. Today, I want to give you a message of hope. 2 nights ago, Israel attacked several oil reserves across the city of Tehran. And as you might remember from my other video, in the aftermath of that attack, a dark cloud of of essentially burning oil had covered our city, and it was making breathing very difficult. Now, that same night, and in the morning after, somehow magically, it started raining. And then today, 2 days after the attack, it's been snowing in Tehran. I just came back from a drive around the city and saw the blanket of snow that's covering northern parts of the city. Now, it does get cold in winter in Tehran, and it does snow too, but it's pretty late in winter. Usually at this time of the year, I think it's about 10 days left to spring. This is a time that it starts to get warmer here in Tehran. Usually around this time, we prepare for the coming of spring, which in Iran we celebrate as our new year, also called Nowruz. So it's very unusual for it to get this cold. It's very cold right now, so I'm bundled up, and for it to snow. I just couldn't help but feel like this snow was some kind of a gift from above, or a sign, something, first of all, to clear off the smog that was making us sick, and also to remind us that maybe someone up there loves us and we're gonna survive this, and we're gonna win this.
Okay, so this is the memorial wall for the school that was hit, and I didn't realize this, but there were boys and girls at the school. At least that's what it looks like on the wall to me. I will make it big. Okay, so I really like this video. This is day 17th of the war. She goes and visits a place that takes care of children. And this video is pretty uplifting because you get to see the kids celebrating spring. And I don't know, it's just after watching what we were just watching, it's a little uplifting.
Day 17th of the imperialist war on Iran, I visited a center in a marginalized area of Tehran called Keramat House, or House of Dignity, which is essentially a part-time shelter for children from broken homes, marginalized, impoverished families, as well as sometimes refugee families. I wanted to go to support the center and take some videos for you so you can see how people are continuing to live under the bombs. Today, we are having an egg painting class because it's only a few days to Nowruz, the Iranian New Year, and during Nowruz, we paint eggs. We set a table that's called the Haftzin table. There are 7 items that start with the letter S on that table, and in addition to the 7 S's, there are also other ritual items like painted eggs that we put on that table. And at the moment of the spring equinox, and the moment that the spring begins, we celebrate, we sit around that table and we celebrate the beginning of spring and the beginning of the new year. So the children here, you can see this. There's a lot of children. There's a lot of chatter behind me. They are very excited because they're getting to paint. We're being told that the eggs are stuck in traffic, but children are right now learning to make their favorite colors using the primary colors. یاسمین چی می‌خواستی نقاشی کنی؟
من یه تون توش ماهیه.
چی می‌خواستی نقاشی کنی رو تخم مرغت؟
صورتی کمرنگ بزنم یکم پشته بعد هاشورای صورتی پررنگ.
هلما جون چی می‌خوای بکشی؟ چه رنگی چه نقاشی می‌دونی؟
جنگل.
One thing about this area is that this is an area that has been getting relentlessly bombed, relentlessly, over the last few days, especially a whole last week. But I'm just so glad that the kids are in good spirits. A lot of the kids who normally stay here have had to leave the area because of the war. They have family and relatives elsewhere, and they've been able to relocate elsewhere. But the kids who are here today, these are the kids who have had nowhere else to go. So the caretakers, the people in charge, they're doing their best. Like this is the 24/7, around the clock, taking care of the kids, providing food for them, providing entertainment and education for them, and basically supporting them throughout the war. You can imagine what a harrowing task that is. Hi friends, it's day 18th of the imperialist war on Iran. This week I have been spending a lot of time on the streets of Tehran. I go out driving around during the day, and I go out to be with the crowds in the main city squares at night. The streets are visibly busier in Tehran. It's very pleasant, actually, compared to the last 2 weeks, which was quieter in the city. It's much more pleasant to have this sense of normalcy back on the streets. This is the last week of the Iranian year. It's the last week of Ramadan. On Friday is Nowruz, it's the Iranian New Year. And I've been seeing people trying to have a semblance of normalcy by going out, doing what they always do on these last days of the year, which is go out and buy stuff to prepare for Nowruz, to do their Eid shopping, as we say, their New Year shopping. And also at night times, the main city squares have been full of crowds every single night for the last 18 days since the beginning of the war. Now this week I've been trying to go out and witness these crowds because I feel like there's something important happening on the streets of Tehran and other cities on these nights, and I need to be a part of it. Now, because I don't look like a die-hard fan of the Iranian government, I get asked a lot, especially by different kinds of media that are covering the crowds or the general
mood, domestic and foreign media. I get asked a lot why I'm there, why I'm out. And I always struggle to find the words, not because I don't have them, but because I feel like it's very simple. Everything seems very simple to me these days, especially. Nothing is ever simple when it comes to Iran, but these days, being inside the country has helped me to see how simple things are. My land, my country, my people are under attack, and I feel like all of the different kinds of ways that we were divided before have all been lifted, and we are suddenly one. Now, not everyone may feel this way, and not everyone goes to the streets at night, but that's how I feel. I feel like we are all one, and we are all one with this land. At least those of us who are out on the street, we understand the urgency of the moment we're in, and we understand the need to protect our country because this is an existential war on Iran. I feel lucky that I'm not so consumed by hate that I won't be able to recognize that my fate is not separate from everybody else's here, be it the people who are in the streets or the ones who aren't. If there's one thing that I'm sure of, is that once this war finally ends, we are going to continue to decide as a society how we're going to move forward, and that is not going to be determined by anyone from the outside. The mood on the street is generally calm despite the underlying anxiety. Also, interestingly, every time there's a bombing, the first people to arrive on the scene are the municipality's street sweepers. They clean up the area right away. The effect of it has been that when you're walking around or driving around the city, you almost never come across a bombed site. Like you have to seek them out to see them. Tehran does not look like a war-torn city. And I think that has also been good for general morale. I think one reason Iran has been able to have this level of resilience for over 3 weeks now is because for over 47 years we have been sanctioned. Almost all of our technology infrastructure is domestically built. Almost all of our experts and technicians are local engineers and experts. They are part of the domestic workforce. They're not imported skilled workers from somewhere else so that when the war starts, they would prefer to go back to their home countries. In fact, one thing that I see a lot around me is that a lot of people are constantly looking for ways to help. Some people donate their skilled labor, some donate money, some show up as volunteers to help families who've been impacted by bombings. I see this spirit everywhere in the city. Everyone's trying to help others however they can, small or large. Also, over the course of the last week, it feels like there's been less frequent bombings of Tehran. On average, we hear maybe once or twice a day, but they have been hitting other cities and committing massacres actually in some cities, unfortunately. You can't even be happy when you don't hear the sounds or you hear them from far away because you know it's happening to somebody else. Finally, I feel like the last 3 weeks was about coming to terms with the idea of dying under a bomb. The truth is, any of us could die at any moment. At least this way, my death will have a meaning. I'm watching so many horrific videos of the Red Crescent responders trying to pull people out of the rubble, and they're all very heartbreaking. But I also know that if that's ever me, everyone will do everything they can, because to turn every tragedy into a heroic tale is the spirit of my people, and it's what makes us unbreakable. Please watch this one video of the Red Crescent responders pulling a mother out of the rubble. As she is being rescued, she keeps asking for her daughter, and they ensure her that she's out and use that as a way to encourage her to pull herself out as well. Please follow the Iranian Red Crescent's social media pages. And if you want to donate, there is a link to donate internationally to the Iranian Red Crescent. Please consider doing that. Thank you and much love to everyone.
بریم پایین ببینید. نه قربونت برم. پاشو پاشو. زنده است. پاشو بریم پایین. آره ببین دخترتون یا نه پاشو.
Hi friends, it's week 4 of the imperialist war on Iran. According to the Iranian Red Crescent, since the beginning of the war, more than 82,000 civilian units have been targeted. 600 schools, 281 hospitals, clinics, even pharmacies, and also 115 historical sites, including national and world heritage sites. Close to 2,000 people have been killed, including 66 children under the age of 5, 3,000 women injured, and 680 people have been pulled out of the rubbles. The Red Crescent's vehicles have been directly targeted. 3 helicopters and 48 ambulances have been completely destroyed. And also during this time, 114,000 calls have been registered to the Red Crescent's Emotional Support Center, and 530,000 minutes of conversation recorded. These are people who are calling in distress and needing someone to talk to. If you haven't seen it yet, I posted a video the other day of some recordings of children calling into this center. I urge you to watch it and please share it. The last week feels like it has been about getting used to the war. It feels like we're losing count of the days since the war started. People are starting to live like war is a normal part of life. Now we hear the sound of the bombs with almost no reactions. We don't rush to call or message friends or loved ones and check on them or update them on our surroundings. We just wait out the sounds and check the news later to see where it has been hit. And sometimes we don't even find out. My grandma was reminding me the other day that Iranians lived through 8 years of war with Iraq in the 80s. Despite regular bombings of Iranian cities, especially civilian areas in Tehran during that war, life had to go on. People were going to work, getting married, having kids, sending their kids to school. At the end of the 8-year war, as Grandma said, people had 8-year-old kids, meaning life has to go on even though bombs are being dropped. Last week, there was a bombing in a major city square in eastern Tehran. They bombed the district electricity department and caused a power outage in the area. The building was located right next to a rec center and a department store where people were shopping. And it caused many deaths and injuries. They managed to restore power within a few hours, according to my friends who live in the area. This is one thing that has amazed me over the course of the last few weeks. The government has been able to manage this crisis situation very effectively and smoothly. And I'll be honest, I did not think this government, especially this administration, had it in them. But the reality on the ground is that things have been run very effectively and smoothly in order to minimize the impact of war on civilians and on daily life. Almost all necessities are available in abundance. Hi, friends.
Okay, so that is one person's account that is allegedly in Iran. Seems like she is. She was walking around and stuff like that. So I just thought it would be interesting to get her perspective. Hey guys, so it's that time where I need to ask you to subscribe to the channel, and if you're already subscribed, just hit the like, please. If you don't do this, I will be abducted by aliens. Thanks! Before we go back to YouTube just to watch a little bit of point of view walking videos, I don't think we'll watch too much of it, we'll just kind of like view it just so you guys can know what it looks like and how to find it. I'm going to read the article. She went on vacation to Iran. It was nothing like I expected. So hopefully you guys can see that. A woman who went to Iran as a tourist just weeks before the country descended into war says it was not the culture she expected. Shahara Harelman, who is from Germany, traveled across the Middle Eastern country for 10 days at the end of May. Before getting on the plane, Shahara says she was quite nervous about whether the trip would be unsafe after reading about Iran in online news reports. But she was incredibly surprised when she arrived to find the country a welcoming and friendly destination. I was very nervous to go, and a lot of my friends were warning me that it was really dangerous, she told SWNS news agency. Every time I saw something about Iran in the news, it was just some blurry pictures that looked like North Korea. When I got here, I was so surprised. Everything was so different from what I expected. The people were friendly. The men were helping me with my bags and making sure I was okay. The 28-year-old who now lives in London, in Kashan, Isfahan, located in the center of the country. So here she is. This woman also has a Instagram page, and hopefully I can find that and leave it in the links. But she has an Instagram because she travels all around, puts it on her Instagram page. People seem quite content here. They're getting on with normal life, picnicking, children were playing in ponds, there was no haggling or catcalling, it was all just normal. Shahara works remotely for an investment company, which means she can work while she travels the world. Her favorite places to visit are those considered unusual for tourism so that she can see what they are really like behind the headlines. About Iran, the frequent traveler says that there are a lot of misconceptions, especially surrounding attitudes towards women and their support for the government. There are definitely misconceptions, mostly about women's rights and people being extremists. The population is separate from the government. So here's this little mini bookstore, sort of like how we have those in our country where they have like a little door, they're like little houses. So that's what that is. Visiting for the first time, she was shocked to see that not many of the women covered their hair. I was surprised that most of the women are without headscarves. That was always in the news, that women aren't allowed to show their hair, but it's very different from what I thought. It's known for an Islamic country, but it doesn't really feel like it. It was very westernized. As a woman, you have an instinct when something isn't right, and there wasn't a single moment where I felt like that. And so here's a picture of like a mall type place with a pool, wading pool that the kids play in. She also noticed how much the country had been impacted by international sanctions placed upon them upon arrival. Shahara says that they had to switch SIM cards as hers wouldn't work in Iran due to these sanctions. And so you can read the rest of there's not very much left of the article, but let's go now back to YouTube. Okay, so this is a woman's YouTube channel, which I'll also leave below. So we'll watch a little bit of this before we go into the walking videos. Now, these are actually very religious people in Iran, so it's going to be quite different than the other stuff that we viewed.
As always, we are hearing more voice from Iran, from a country whose people, while fasting, are resisting and protecting their country against the aggression of United States of America forces and also the Israeli regime army in the Middle East. I told you in the previous video, I'm going to make a second video about the Ramadan practices and Islamic practices during Ramadan in Iran. But unfortunately, because of the war conditions in Iran, I have to record a video related to the war conditions in Iran in the Ramadan. We call this war, Israel and America, as a Ramadan war, okay? And today I came to Qazvin city, one of the Iran's oldest and most ancient cities in this country with my friend. Yes, you know, I had planned to visit this city one day and show you the beauties of these historical sites, cultural heritage, and the ancient buildings in here. But unfortunately, we are going to tell you about the Ramadan in this city during war.
Despite war on Ramadan, since the first day of the war, which was less than a week ago, we haven't seen any incidents of panic or excessive shots. Look at this beautiful flower store.
Yes, it's very beautiful. And that is the picture of the previous leadership of Iran.
خدا حفظتون کنه. آقای نازنین
Iranian people are trying to adapt to the war, but they haven't lost their calm. They are trying to control themselves and the balance of the markets because there are any shortage of any food during this war among people in all cities. It's normally easy to find different kind of food and bread and sweets and petrol.
As you can see, the shops are normally open.
Yeah.
I don't know.
So I decided to secretly check the shelves at a local supermarket to see if people cleared them out during the first week of the war. But honestly, and as you can see here, all of the stores across the city were fully stocked. The shelves were completely full of products.
And we are close to a bakery to see is there any shortage of bread or not.
Bakeries have been working full time since day one to ensure people don't face bread shortages during the wartime.
Exactly. You know, I remember during the previous war between Iran and Israel, the 12-day war, okay? I were in the streets and recording some videos from the place burning by the bombs of the Israeli. Okay, but exactly there was a bakery that the owner of the bakery was telling to the workers, hurry up, you should work more because it's the wartime and people should not face the shortage of bread. And that was very interesting for me because right at that time, exactly next to that bakery, a building was burning because of the bombs. چرا داری دهنتو کنی؟ This is the entrance of one of the most beautiful mosques in Gaza City. And we see a poster for Khamenei's martyr. Since the beginning of the war, people across the country have been showing a strong support for the nation, the Islamic Republic of Iran, and the armed forces by gathering in mosques nationwide. They want to show that they are ready to defend the country and be present on the front lines.
Okay, so I will, for the sake of time, leave it there. She has a lot of really interesting stuff on her channel. She has stuff from before the war where she was just making YouTube videos, and then she has videos for when the war started. She is of a religious sect though, so she takes you into the mosques and she talks to people there. I saw a video where she was talking, she went into a mosque and they were talking about how the people were so upset, and rather than stay and cry in their homes about what was happening, they had opened the mosque up for 24 hours a day and were stocking it with supplies and stuff so that people had somewhere where they could come and be together for moral support. So I will leave, like I said, her channel linked below, and let's just go look at some point of view videos just really quick, and then we will wrap up this probably extremely long video. Okay, so this video was a month ago. Okay, so this video was a month ago, and I muted it so it's not super loud and I can talk. So this is just, you know, the streets. This is what point of view videos are. It's just someone's wearing a camera and they're just walking around so you can see what it's like, and you can watch the people, because some people really like to people watch, and I'm one of them. So I like to do this often in other countries just to see what is going on there. And I find it just really relaxing to watch people just walk and go about their daily lives. really packed some of these places are. Oh my gosh, those donuts look so good. Now I wish I had donuts. Okay, so I think I'm gonna just leave that there. I wasn't really paying that much attention to the time, so hopefully it's not too long. I will leave all the links in the description, and like I said, there's tons and tons of these point of view walking videos. That one was just only from a month ago, but there's even some that are sooner, whatever, and you can look those up yourself just by putting in POV walking Iran. So I will definitely leave all the links, and I hope you guys enjoyed that video. I hope you guys enjoyed seeing something else other than the stuff we're seeing on X. Hopefully just having a different side of things and seeing Iran firsthand, so to speak, in the videos is helpful and gives people another perspective to think about. And I also want to, before we go, say a prayer for Iran and all the countries that are affected by what's going on in Iran. So let's go ahead and do that right now. Dear Lord, we pray that your will be done in this situation, in this conflict between Iran, the Middle Eastern countries, the United States, and the rest of the world that is affected by what is happening. We just pray that your hand will guide the situation and that the best outcome for everybody involved will come about. We thank you so much for everything you do. In Jesus' name we pray, amen. Okay, so thank you guys for watching. Please like, comment, and subscribe. I know my channel is very strange and you never really know what you're gonna get, and that's why it's called The Eclectic Journalist, because I am just reporting to you random stuff most of the time. So, but that's what makes it sort of interesting, right? So please like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you next time on The Eclectic Journalist.